I'm sure there must have been a time in your life, or maybe you are going through it right now, where there is somebody in your world who is not exactly the person you would want to be with, but you see the potential, you see what they could be. And instead of loving the person in front of you, you fall in love with the idea of their potential. Now, the problem is when you fall in love with the potential, you are setting yourself up for disappointment because what you're necessarily doing is you are expecting somebody to live up to a movie that's playing in your head and they have no freaking idea what's going on behind the scenes. And then when they cannot match up to that movie's character that you've given them, you end up hurt. You feel disappointed. Now, to put things in perspective, let's say you bought a cactus and then you're watering it every day. Every single day, religiously, you're watering it. And you're doing that because you want that cactus to grow like a rose. Is that possible? Tell me, is that possible? That cactus is going to die. Not because the cactus is bad, but because you are forcing it into being something that it is not. It can't be. That's what trying to fix people looks like. You think that you are helping, you think you are doing the labor, the hard work, but what you're really doing is you're just training both of you. So, when you fall in love with somebody's potential, you are putting them up on a pedestal. And the exact moment you put something above you, honey, you have set yourself up for a big, big disappointment because nothing should be above you. How can anything come above you when you want to exist with it? You see, like it doesn't make sense. So pouring all of your energy into somebody who does not clearly have the capacity to receive it is one of the biggest ways of abandoning yourself. It's like you're trying to fill a cup with holes in it. Now it does not matter. It legit does not matter how much you pour. Like you can continue doing it for years and years, but the outcome is going to be the same because it does not have the capacity to hold. And similarly, no matter how much you try, you cannot force somebody to change. You cannot fix somebody except for yourself. And that too is a lifelong process. So, what, like, what are you even thinking? Like, are you a mechanic? Are you a mechanic that you trying to fix somebody that's clearly not your job? The only thing that you can actually do is just be there for somebody when they make a mistake and when they just need a shoulder to lean on, or they need somebody to listen to, they need emotional support. But going out of your way to do something that they clearly are not able to grasp, so every time that you say, don't worry, I can fix him, I can fix her, I can fix them, what you're really saying is, I am okay with abandoning myself. I'll just put up with whatever bullshit that I have to put through because I can see the potential. And then that cycle goes on and on and on until one day you're drained. And I can tell you from personal experience, the more you glorify somebody in your head, the more suffering you are going to go through. Because it is not their responsibility to meet your expectations. They never said, I am going to become the person you are thinking. People can only meet you at their level of emotional availability, at their current mindset. And now, if you try to force them beyond that, you are basically interfering with their frequency, with their program that they have set, and you're trying to like budget. But you cannot do that unless they themselves consciously decide that, okay, I need to change. I need to change that about myself. You can't do that. And it will happen at their own timing. Now, the actual reason that why you do this, like why you try to fix somebody, is because our brain, like us humans, our brain loves control. It loves certainty. And so it is called the illusion of control. So now what happens is, since our brain hates uncertainty, it makes us anxious into believing that if we can just control somebody else's growth or shape them into what we want, then somehow we will feel safe. So when you care about somebody and you notice parts of them which you don't necessarily like, your brain instantly thinks, if I can fix them, then I can feel safe. I can feel safe. It's a control mechanism. And also, from a deeper metaphysical point of view, what you're trying to fix in others is often a reflection of something you are avoiding within yourself. So maybe when next time you have this urge to, I just want to fix something about this person, or like, I don't like this about them, maybe just pause and just think, like, why did it even bother me to like go out of my way to think what I do not like about this person, or what do I want to fix about this person? Why don't you just pause and just think, like, what triggered that within me? Why don't you do that? Because the freeing truth is, the best thing, that you do not need to fix anyone, and it is not your job. You cannot do it, so why even bother? Let people realize things, and when they do ask for advice, when they ask for your guidance, then go pitch in, but don't go like an uninvited guest. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.